Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The season of cheer is upon us. Season of chilliness. It just got a bit nippy here. A wee bit nippy. I say it's very bloody cold in England, right? England's crazy. Is it like that everywhere? Like with the snow, like everywhere. It seems crazy, right? I have no idea what's going on over there. When will the media shut their yap about Jodie? She's gone. So they won't. That's actually my question. That's actually a very, very good question. Like all right. So something weird is happening, right? Had I not lived through it, is this normal? Has this happened before? Right? So something weird is going on. We have the crazy leftists who like are everywhere, right? They're insane, right? How are they also crazy? Like, here's the thing. I don't know where to start. You would have thought you will see something like this, right? Let me pull this up. You'll see a person like this. I don't know how whatever. I don't know. That's an interesting chap. Is it a chap playing a role or anything? Is he making a bit of a lark? What's going on with this chap? And the answer is no. No, I said, well, is he in the entertainment industry? He seems like an interesting chap, right? He does seem like an interesting. Like, what kind of, like, is he a chat show host, or he's like, is he a YouTuber? Like, what does he do? So it turns out now he's unemployed, right? Now he's unemployed, but he was only just fired, right? Not for this, obviously. This is normal, right? This is normal. This is him at work, right? Right? This is all normal. This is all normal. I want you to just understand. If you don't think this is normal, I know what to tell you, mate. It's clearly very, very normal, right? So this person is in charge of disposing of the nuclear waste for America. Look. He's with another, also incredibly normal public servant as well. That is Dr. Rachel Levine. Credible thing is, I think they have half the amount of penises that they have of heels over there right now. Right, I think between them, right? I think they have 4 heels between them. I reckon they got half the amount of penises, but it's totally normal. They're both. I know. Dr. Rachel Levine is a woman, right? Do you have to say trans woman because they say trans women are women, right? So why do you have to say trans woman? I don't understand. Is it to explain that it's a bloke in a dress? Is that why? Because that's just what your brain goes to. Like, oh my God, this is very odd, right? So it's strange. Mental illness always strikes where you never expect it, right? Where you never, ever, ever expect it. This stable man, clearly stable, normal man, very stable, very normal. There was no warning signs. It's incredible. Look, here he is at his office, and he looks fantastic. Can you see a warning sign? A warning sign for what? You might want to know, right? You might be wondering what warning sign. So this man, who's clearly a stable man, nothing weird about this bloke at all. Totally normal, right? This is totally okay. So this person turns out, right, would also steal people's luggage at airports and like thousands of dollars of jewelry as well. So it turns out that as well as being normal, he was also insane. It's like, really, really. I mean, oh, you dude. Did you not think you should give up stealing the luggage after you were in charge of the nuclear waste? Do you not think? You know what? I've reached a part of maturity in my life now that I will not randomly steal strangers' luggage for no apparent reason. I don't know. Maybe he went to whack off on them. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what's in them. I don't know. So, don't let it be said, though, the Obama administration is uncaring, right? Don't let it said. This is actually a second one. It's stolen. It's like, I don't understand. Come on, really? And like the videos I've seen of him are even weirder. Do you have the ones with them? I thought I had the ones with the people with the weird dog mask. They freak me out. I hate the dog mask people, right? That is the weirdest, most screwed up stuff. Where's the dog mask people? Hang on. I'll find it. It's not hard to find. His name's Sam. What's his name? Look it up. He's right here. Sam Brinton. 1 second. Where am I? Sam Brinton. Dog mask. I hate the dog mask people, right? That they're just weird, right? I found it. Okay, well, geez, that really didn't take long. Yeah, man, I think we got a few more pictures of him that we have to see. But again, it does seem to happen very often, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Again, and I wanted to point out, there were no warning signs whatsoever. Who could tell? Like, who on earth could tell this bloke might be bonkers? I don't know. There's nothing that pops up like this guy is wearing, I don't know, quasi-Egyptian iconography. Is clearly, sharp, and he's well balanced enough to be in charge of the nuclear waste, right? He cuts a nice, cuts a nice dress, and he's good with animals. Look at him; he's so caring. There is nothing weird about it. I hate the dog mask people. That's the worst, right? The dog mask people are that's just the worst. Leave me alone. Leave me alone with the dog mask, right? I hate the dog mask more than I hate that, which is clearly I'm talking about the decor. I hate that purple. Let me get back to his normal picture. So anyway, completely normal. And that's the world we're living in, right? So look, here's the question. The left is crazies. We all know them, right? They're everywhere. The more they're wrong, right? The more they get proved wrong, the more they think they're proved right, or the more they it doesn't being the Twitter files. It just doesn't impact nothing. So the economy imploding. I don't know what. So I look at everything from a theological point of view. I'm thinking, what does God have to do to get their attention? Right? I mean, that's basically it. And why is it possible, right, that I'm paying attention? I think a lot of other people are. Whatever you have to do, does it have to hit us too? Because I've done everything I can, mate. Honestly, what do you want me to do? If you want to you make me lucky and get me a huge platform, I'll use it. But what? I don't know what. Like what? Have to yes, like God, what would you want me to do? Right? Do I agree this is messed up beyond messed up? Right? Do I think the dog mask people? Well, that might just have taken it a step too far for me. Right? It just is. And I'm like, live and let live. I'm not being hateful, but they freak me out. I mean, like, I don't mind if you do that in your bedroom, whatever kinky shit. Honestly, whatever floats your boat, right? Between a consenting adult. I mean, genuinely. I mean, I think there's a biblical view on things, but I'm not going to impose that on you, right? I'm just saying, these are personal choices, right? Is the Ramadan about furries? Oh man, furries are slightly less bad, okay? I mean, furries. The bad thing about furries is they're more prevalent. Like they have furries in schools, as they do. They probably have this shit in schools. I'm talking about here before the dog mask people weekend. Like, why? Like, why does everything have to be normal? Like, why does everything have to be normal? That seems, again, in your bedroom, I'm fine with that. In private, I'm fine with that. You want to get a photo shoot done, I'm fine. But like to advertise that like so publicly, it's you know, I think there's a thing called public decency. And I think that's indecent. Right? I do. I mean, I think you're having your sexual fetish on display. And I'm sorry, is the dog mask an identity, or is it just like it? I don't know. It looks like a sex thing to me, right? Am I crazy? Doesn't that look like they're about the butt fuck? It kind of does, doesn't it? I know, it does to me. And how does he have a tail if his like arse cheeks are showing? I don't want to know. I don't want to know, but I think something kinky is going on, right? Right. So, like, what does God have to do? I mean, honestly, we've had fire, flood, or all this stuff going down, and economy imploding. And they're just like they pretend it's not there. It's so weird. It's so weird. I mean, it is weird. I mean, like in England, does everybody ignore it as well? In England, everybody screams it's the government's fault, I guess. But I mean, and it is, but they're all useless. I mean, like, okay, I guess they'll kiss Starmer again as prime minister because this lot are useless. How useless are they? They're gonna like lose power. I mean, and quite rightly so because they're feckless morons. Oh God. I mean, like, whenever I despair of the pure evil that's going on in America, right? The weird satanic shit going down. I always think, well, look, it's worse than England. then in Australia, you got to get a social credit score to use the internet or something. I was like, really? You've got to have 100 points of identification or something so they can monitor you. I mean, like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. It's just like, and everyone's like, yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, God, fuck it. Yeah, whatever, man. Okay. It just seems a bit weird. We're living in strange times, right? We're living in strange times. So the reason I'm thinking about this is because Hanukkah's coming up, right? Hanukkah, what's that? Hanukkah is how you say it. Hanukkah. I can't do it. I'm too Jewy. Hanukkah, come light the menorah. That's a big thing. Now, I'm always like hoping for a Hanukkah miracle, right? I'm always hoping that something's going. I mean, and actually there was one a few years ago. It was this guy called Rabushkin being free from jail by Trump. Oh, love you, Donald. What can I tell you? You had me at Rabushkin. You moved the embassy. I'm on board, mate. I'm totally on board. But the that happened on the last day of Hanukkah, right? So that was the last I was thinking I would call a Hanukkah mirror. I'm always saying because it's a time, there's this whole thing about light, right? It's we should watch Ghost Light on Hanukkah. There you go. That's a good idea. It is. It's about the transcendental essence of light, right? Which is, by the way, this bloody thumbnail took me forever. Mainly to work out what I was doing with it, right? I was like, I don't know, you've got to do like a party thing. It's 2023. It doesn't feel like New Year's Eve, right? I was like, okay, let's do the partying down. So at first I was like trying to get like different salacious things of Billy Gibbs, and I'm like, I think I got to pull back from that a little bit for a couple of days. I don't know. Let's take a breath or two, right? Because I think they're gonna be a little bit younger, maybe, and then I'm suddenly perving on it. It's gonna make it even worse. I don't want to tell you. Anyway, so then I thought, okay, we got to do like maybe a party thing. I'm like, people dancing. I knew people dancing, and by the way, stock photos of men dancing, black men dancing, don't exist. Oh my god, which is so weird. Right, it's so believe it or not, my photoshopping has got so good now. I was able to turn this white man black and then Photoshop shoot his head on him. So, and it was also the same shade, right? So, I do like the David Tennant one. I think that actually kind of works. And I always enjoy Russell T Davies boogieing. That always makes me giggle, right? So we got shooters, guys. Julie Gardner's thrown up in the TARDIS again. Julie Gardner, of course, is in charge of Bad Wolf. There was somebody tell Jodie where the mop is. The intimation is, of course, that Jodie's new job now is janitor at Bad Wolf. I need to work that in a little bit more, like janitor Jodie in the background more often. That's a fun idea. Oh my gosh. Like janitor Jodie. I think that works quite well. I like janitor Jodie. Yeah, we have to do it because I'll be sad to see her go. What can I tell you? Where am I up to? 1 second. I was going through that. Right. Yeah. So why is Jodie cleaning out? Because she's a janitor. This is just in the back of my head. I thought it'd be too busy to put into it. By the way, I like that I've established that they're partying for 2023 because they got a big 2023 cake. See that I thought was a good bit of visual storytelling right there. And then Rusty Davis gets a punchline. It's only fair that Jodie cleans her. After all, we're cleaning up her mess. That is exactly why you're here, Russell. Exactly why you're here. So we're going to be looking at all the things that are going down next year. This is why SFX magazine is a piece of shit, right? And I can't believe it. I just forgot to cancel it again for another 3 months. Stuck with it. Pain in the ass. I better get some bloody material out of it this time. I mean, I haven't even paid attention enough to do that. But there's nothing in it. It's fluff. It's fluff for shit. I mean, they should put that on the cover. SFX. It's fluff for shit. It is. It's like, oh, let's have a fluff article for Rings of Power. It's fluff for shit. Oh my God. Written by losers who are deny reality. They just do. It's the weirdest shit. Like, how apocalyptic does things need to get? I don't know. Man, I had to watch. I've been doing a lot of Christmas watching, right? A lot of Christmas watching because, like, I'm doing my countdown. I watched The Snowman today. Snowman's one of my least favorite Christmas specials. It's a little bit too cutesy, right? Like Clara it's Jenna's first episode. I mean, apart from the Dalek one, right? It's the first build episode where you expect to see, oh, she's hot as fuck in this one. Oh my god, Snowman Clara is the hottest Clara. Lots of cleavage, looking very, very good. Yeah. Snowman Clara's right, but she is smug to 11, and it's cutesy to 11. Oh. I mean, like, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Snowman, spoiler alert. Is not, but not really. She dies at the end, right? And it's like kind of very jarring in this like super duper cutesy wootsy episode. And then suddenly there's like Richard E. Grant hamming it up as well, as a Great Intelligence gets a prequel, and it's a bit naff, right? I hate to tell you, Great Intelligence is like, oh. I mean, I like it. I wasn't clear if it was a disembodied intelligence that first hooked on to young Richard E. Grant, right? I think that's what it says. So it was not a really origin, but like I mean, they do set up the underground and stuff like that for Web of Fear, which is excellent. Web of Fear is excellent, man. And I know they had designs to do Yeti. So I don't know. I just don't think I don't think it really gelled. I like the Whisper Men. I thought they were quite good. I mean, they weren't in this episode, but I thought that was quite a good concept. There's a lot of things that worked. Oh man, Clara's too smug. I mean, they're both like playing it. To me, they're playing it too cutesy, right? This whole era, I think the Paternoster gang, I think it's too cutesy. It just doesn't really work for me. I mean, I like Matt Smith a lot as a Doctor, but you got to be like once you get into this era, like the Paternoster era, you just got to be prepared for it to be. You got to be in the mood for it, right? This is a slightly more juvenile, kind of fun and silly one. But then again, he can balance it out with like really unnecessarily scary ones too. Like, what's that one with the kid and there's people turning into dolls? That was scary. I like that one. And also the God Complex. Oh man, why didn't Toby Whithouse take over from Moffat? It's tragic. Toby Whithouse was Capaldi for 2 or 3 more years. Oh, I mean, it's genuinely tragic, right? It's like honestly, I think had Moffat been able to hand over to like more seamlessly to a Toby Whithouse, right? Then I think he probably would have left a season or 2 earlier. Like he seemed like ready to go, right? And he did Twice Upon a Time. Out of Obligation. That's one of my all-time favorites. I love Twice Upon a Time. But yeah, the Snowman. It's just this weird prequel to Web of Fear and the Abominable Snowman. It's just, and it's Clara's very cutesy, very hot in this one though. Victorian Clara is by far the hottest Clara. I mean, it's not even close. I would even let Victorian Clara join Perry and Millie and me, in its excluded resort, with ball gags and lotion and lots of room. Anyway, I digress. I should get to the chat. That's probably a good idea, Tzvi. So we're going to say I want to look at Wonder Woman 3. There's so many ranking bloody articles. By the way, there's an article I want to get to, which I don't know when to do it. Do I do it? I might do it on Christmas, actually. Ooh. Or I might save it for Christmas. Because there's a good article in Doctor Who magazine about Christmas specials that never were. It's a bit silly because it's not. This is like, I can't remember the writer. I know the writer, but I mean, I know of the writer, I should say. But him imagining how they could be Christmas specials. And I it was actually quite fun. It was a fun article. I did enjoy it. I saw there's a trailer out for War Doctor, and there's also the synopsis out for the next Third Doctor box set, which again, Very clever sell, right? This one very clever. But I'm always worried when it's Nick Briggs sets up Rangers, then vanishes, right? Oh, yeah. Although, again, War Doctor has been excellent so far. I'm more worried about Third Doctor, but I think it should be fine. Famous last probably was. Anyway, with that said, let's get to the chat. Jordan Lee, how are you? Have you seen Hellboy Web of a Weird trailer? No, I looked at the thumbnail briefly before we came on, right? Before I came on, and it looks very cool. It's like a game, but it looks very much like the original Magnolia. Or is am I thinking of the Vic Montagna? I can't remember. No, Mike Magnolia comic. Look, the artwork looks very, very similar to that, right? It's very interesting. I'm not a gamer at all, unfortunately, but it looks very interesting. Lottie from Comics, how you doing, sir? The Southern is here. Thank God there's no 13 months because BBC will probably do a 13 or 30. Oh God, leave us alone. They'll do the whole month of it. Oh, we're all so glad to be shot of it. We really are. By the way, I love the new branding without the diamond. You just get Doctor Who. That is like you see it on all the big finishes. It looks so good, mate. It looks lovely. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. What have they shut about doing? I don't know. When will they accept reality? That's where we started. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Darren Evans, how you doing, Darren? Thank you for joining us. DC is here. How you doing, DC? There we go. RJ Fitzroy Maggie. How you doing? Blimey, I said that well. RJ Fitzroy Maggie. Huzzah! Thank you for joining us, sir. It's not normal, safe as I must be on to that bloke. This is new Lex Luthor. It's so weird. This is reality. It looks like Matt Damon. You are right. It is like Matt Damon. Mark the Picker is here. Don't pick up my cheap Louis Vuitton suitcase supplier. He would just dump the stuff in hotel rooms or something, I think. DC is saying Jordan Peterson has gone a bit silly. I doubt that. I think it's very clever, but I'm open to the idea since he thinks anonymity on the internet is bad, even though without anonymity it means the internet police would thrive. I know you're right about that. I have to think about it because I have no anonymity at all. I have my email address, my name, my mailing address. I'm like, yeah, here I am. But then again, I'm self-employed, right? And I have a dedicated client base. That I probably would not lose. It's they can't really get to me, I guess, is the answer. But I think if people want to be anonymous, I don't really understand the anonymous thing, frankly. If you want to, I guess, most people do. It doesn't bother me, right? It's fine. I like to be me, right? I don't like to hide behind a persona, even though I am the persona, right? I feel I'm more like me here. Yes, using the term Democrats as Buck the Vicar. Adam Dare is here. Looks like Matt Damon's failed cloned experiment. Yes, it is. It's just weird. Colin Archer is here. Oh, what a bit! What do they need to turn into? It's Monty Python's gets comes to real life. It really is. I mean, like, this is not like they have shoulder length hair and they're called Ringo, right? Cocaine Bear. we know how it happened. It just occurred to me, I've seen many movies tomorrow. Is there anything that is utter doo-doo coming up soon? Not much. We're going to talk about it. There's Avatar's opening up this weekend, but I'm not going to sit and see it. Who gives a shit? It's cold out. Leave me alone. I'll be on TV in a month or so, and I wait, and I'm not that invested, frankly. There's very few movies coming up, and I'm going like, oh, I want like Dune. I want to go see. right? Tail butt plug. Yeah. Oh yes. What's his name's friend? Yeah, it looks like he has a tail butt plug. It does look like that to me. He doesn't do photos. He does narcissistic performance art. Who could tell? Again, who could tell? Paul Tosin is it? Hey, dude, Paul Tosin. Thank you for joining us. What else we got here? Chris, I like, but it says Darren M. And Darren M is correct. Ethan Buckham is here. Like my extended family, if your plan was going to work, it should have began to work by now. If your plan was going to work, it should have worked by. Yeah, exactly. Listen. If what you said was right, why is everything bad now and good when you said everything was wrong? I mean, just the objective metrics. When you said everything was wrong with Donald Trump, we all had money and there was world peace, right? And if he wasn't like fighting off the intelligence services, we'll probably be doing awesome. Oh my God, he nearly fixed the Middle East, and that was in one term, while fighting off several coups. It's insane. Well, again, I think it's just showing that the good Lord to shine up on him. Mind you, it's been weird. He's been off the radar for about a week. Ever since Kanye, he's been off the radar completely, which is not like him at all, is it? And there's such a push to get rid of him. There's such a push. And look, I would totally support Ron DeSantis. I do want to be 100% clear. Ron DeSantis, not only would I support him, he's absolutely the better candidate, right? He is absolutely the better candidate. I think he's a waste if they can't break the ballot rigging, the ballot harvesting, which same thing. Now, on one hand, though, they are doing Republican ballot harvesting now. That's why they won the House, apparently, right? But I don't know. I just don't think. I don't think they're ever going to be. I think this system is always gameable enough that they'll come up with something new, right? Unless you can even start to level the playing field slightly. There's nothing to do. Now, the only person I can see being able to do that, and how I have no idea, will be Trump. Like, it's the only person I don't see DeSantis being able to do that. How? I don't know. I have no idea. Is DeSantis a better candidate? Absolutely. Oh my God. Intelligent, stable, brave, effective. He's awesome. I mean, he is fantastic. I've loved everything he's done. Yeah, absolutely. I just think, it's like he needs to have a bonkers wartime general on Trump to break this insanity. And let's say that it does come down to whatever. I don't think it's going to be that dramatic, right? But let's say it comes to comes down to it and Trump wins. I think he would restore democracy. I genuinely do. Right, I think that's me, but because I think he believes in that thing, because I think he's essentially, a populist. He likes people, right? He likes people, and he likes to be liked. Good for him. No, but it's so on a wider scale, on a grander scale, I think. I think God somewhat owes him, right? I think he did a lot of work for God. I think God needs to I don't know. On one hand, you say that if he dies with the things being the way they are, like his reputation being tarnished, like in this way, which they've absolutely, and there's so much to tarnish him with, but there was but if it dies today, it is said you get a much more higher place in heaven if you're not recognized in this world, right? So God could always be saving more for him in the next world, but it seems like it seems like he deserves a pat on the back, quite frankly. That would be my opinion on it. But again, right, that everything's from my weird theological worldview, right? I genuinely believe he's the Messiah of the nation of Edom, right? So it's kind of adjacent to my team, right? Edom and Yaakov and Jacob were brothers, and the plan was always they were supposed to work together, right? The interplay was supposed to be like Edom was like Han Solo, where Jacob was like Luke Skywalker, right? One was like the guy could really handle the world, right? Really handle, like, that was Han Solo. Han Solo could handle the world, and Luke Skywalker could handle himself, but he was on a spiritual journey, right? And Han Solo's job was to facilitate that spiritual journey, and that spiritual journey facilitated the universal journey, right? And I think that's why one of the reasons that Star Wars was so powerful is it is very messianic. Right, having those two work together. Hey, you can blow this thing, kid, and go home, and it's also super duper cool. But yeah, that's a relationship between Edom and Jacob, right? And I think we kind of saw that with how supportive he was in to Jews in general. The Jews, even though Jews just take a shit on him all the time. Right, and we loved him in Israel. Oh boy, we have I did a comic book, right, where they flip through realities in one bit, and they go to the Messianic temple in Israel, right, which is also the Wailing Wall, and there's a sign to Trump Station. We loved him here in Israel. Yeah, he was great for us, right? It was fantastic. Do you think of the many twice or four times as qualified nuclear physicists that were applied and lost out to the TV and feet? But listen, that guy looks good in heels. You're watching the fall of Empire and Elite Coup. That's exactly what we're seeing. You're 100% right. And here's the thing. It's happening in real time. And so many people are just like, duh. And like, I was saying, I think it's too late, right? I think the only thing we can do is pray. And if you're an atheist, right, your prayer can only be, listen, God, I don't know if you're there, right? I don't know if you're there. If you can sort out this mess, I'm with you. I'm on your team. Now, the only people I think would have a real problem with that at that point would be if you're gay, right? Because look, the Bible is not pro LGBTQ. I mean, let's be 100% clear. It's like, I'm not writing it, baby. It's very, very. So I can understand there'll be a big level of resistance. So, I've been thinking about that. Like, it's let's say Messianic age stuff. Boom, right now. Right, something happens, right? Some second coming. It happens, right? So all gay people grew up in the same world I did, right? Where not being gay was like not really an option. It was like, well, why? It's like saying I like bananas, but I'm not going to eat any ever. Why? No reason. Right? Maybe banana was the wrong example, or maybe the right one. I don't know. Right? Everybody grew up in a world where being gay is completely permissible, right? That's completely at variance to the biblical worldview, right? How on earth would it be fair, right? But you have all these married couples. How on earth would that be fair? Like, separate people? I don't think it would be. And I think more than anything else, God would have to be fair, right? More than anything else, God would have to be fair. So I don't know what the answer is. I really have no idea. I mean, I would say, like, normal gay life would have to be grandfathered in for like 3 generations, right? We need public decency. Yeah, everybody stop like jiggling their ass in public, gay or straight, right? That's not a gay thing. That's a weirdo thing, right? need eye candy. What do you want? There was all these great pictures of Millie Gibson going around in a bikini. I was like, oh my God, that's insane. Oh, I can't. No, I can't. I'll explode. I've actually come 4 times just thinking about it. It's incredible. Listen, mate. Don't take long. You're welcome. I'm now stuck on Millie Gibson again. What do you want out of me? See, this is how they keep us sedated. Millie Gibson. See, this is why it's getting funding. Yeah, no, listen, pray, right? Pray. I think if anybody has an objection to God coming out on top, everybody just relax. God is fair, right? God is fair. In my opinion, unless I'm totally wrong, right? Unless God turns up and he's like in a red suit with horns and hey, hi, you backed the wrong horse. Now we're going to eat some babies. One rabbi I saw, who's got, I don't listen to him every week, but I'm one up, I'm a bit fagged off with it. Because he's very much into this messianic further thing, right? I'm like, dude, we need to shit or get off the pot, right? Come on! So Hanukkah's coming. Maybe we'll get a Hanukkah miracle, right? Maybe we'll get a Hanukkah miracle. Cocaine Bear opens February 24th. Oh, there you go. But it's more of a Christmas movie. I think they should have made it that people can go out and have fun. We need eye candy. What's this other? What do you want? Bacon, juices them. Bacon is so good. Bacon is so good. Baby's practicing John the Eye. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That guy. Who is Julie Gardner? Julie Gardner is the head of Bad Wolf. Ross D. Davis' boss. Well, yeah, technically, yeah, my thought was that this is the only job she can get now. A black female alphabet baseball. Oh God, they are ripping the piss out of America and Russia about that. Okay, so if you do not know, have you ever seen the Nicolas Cage movie Lord of War, which is rather good? It's based on this guy called Lord of Death or so. I can't remember. Like, there's this huge arms deal, and they had to trade him for someone, and they had a choice of a woman basketball player who hates America, yeah, and gay, whatever. Everything, right? Or this decorated army veteran who's like gave it his service to the country, and they went for the alphabet basketball player. Like, yep, 2022, baby, 2022. Can't get no release. Happy Hanukkah, says Felix Haas. That's actually happening on Sunday. Yeah, I have to. I'll just quickly show you. So Hanukkah is the. Actually, I'm not really caught up with that. Let me do it in the chat first. And then I really got to talk some geeky stuff as well. Capcom seems to make a Red Dwarf action figure sets and Curse of the Fatal Death action figure. Oh, seriously. Red Dwarf, man. I'm mad at Red Dwarf. I am mad at Red Dwarf. Doug Naylor had it ticking over nicely, right? He had this whole new format he just developed. They're probably going to do 3 episode seasons a year, right? And they're more cinematic and they're fun and they didn't go on too long and they were fun. It just worked, right? It was a format that really super genuine worked. So you're basically getting a Red Dwarf movie or 2 a year, right? And then comes along Rob Grant with what's his name? I think the original big time producer of it, the first one, Peter Jackson, I think, and sues him for, I don't know what goes down. I know legal action goes down, and then nothing happens, right? And they said, "Don't worry," a couple of years ago, "Don't worry, it's all coming back. And also Doug Naylor's on board." Vanished, right? Now they're making this other sci-fi show on Dave. They've lost the slot. It's so stupid it annoys me, right? They blew it. Somebody got too greedy and they blew it up. I mean, I'm glad they weren't making it during the age of woke, quite frankly. Yeah, but I am mad at Red Dwarf. Em is here. How you doing, Em? Oh, can I see your oh, it's a little magic roundabout, Dougal head. There you go. It looks like Dougal. It could be. I think it is. DC. Oh, DC, I want to say hello to you. Unhinged today. How you doing, Unhinged? My connection at work has been as bad as my connection at work has been as bad as Jodie Whittaker. Oh, connection to the interwebs, right? Tzvi Lebetkin, one of the reasons for the internet anonymity is being able to avoid being dogpiled and cancelled and having a contrary opinion. Okay, I hear it. It seems like a strong argument to me, right? I can't argue with that. Ultimate Morability says Donald Trump is the only candidate on the right that is battle tested, investigated, scandals, debunked, clean, background, able to run. DeSantis is. Or any other candidate will be destroyed. They're all going to be destroyed. It doesn't matter what, unless you be able to stop, unless there's able to be a level playing field, right? As Twitter is showing, there may well not be, right? I'm sure similar policies are in place in all social media platforms, right? I'm positive, it's that, and they're freaking out over Twitter. Like over Twitter breaking the plantation, right? And do I have the Elon Musk clip? They said he was booed. He wasn't booed. Do I have that? No, I don't. Oh, we have to talk about that as well. Oh, we got to talk about that. We've got a lot to talk about. Fine, we'll do some geeky stuff first. At least hated DeSantis, but he wouldn't win an election because he's not battle testing. Trump can put it off. I don't know how, but I think he can. Here's the thing. I don't know how he can do it, but I think he can. Right? I'm backing the man. And here's the annoying thing about it, right? He will do things that make me cringe relentlessly. Like invite Kanye West and Dick Fuentes to dinner. Right? He will keep doing things that will make me cringe tremendously. That reminds me, have you ever seen the South Park episode where a group goes to heaven and St. Peter says, as if a quiz, and the right answer is... Yes, I have seen one. Mormons. Problem Being is here. How you doing, Problem Being? Thank you for joining us. Fine. With that, let's get to some actual stuff. Let's get to some stuff. Icky thump. Should we do John Barrowman first? Or we got a lot to we'll do this. This is the most fun. This is just out there, and I'm downloaded already. I'm looking forward to listening, even though I'm still listening to War Master, which is awesome. Escape from Reality.
I never wanted to fight, but now.
This is the new War Doctor one. Fantastic ad. Yeah, fantastic video. I just really and Jonathan Carey, fantastic as he gives a very good performance.
I never wanted to fight, but now I have no choice. The stakes are everywhere and everywhere. All of history, the entire universe, past, present and future, is an arena of war. The enemy is relentless.
I mean, this is really excellent. I mean, it just really, really is. Great work, Big Finish. I worry about Big Finish's business model. What gave me a lot of hope was Russell Lee Davies doing Dark Season with Big Finish, right? I don't know if did he say? Do you think he said that? I bet he couldn't stop, right? Randy Little said, fine, we're going back. I never wanted to fight. Oh, fight me. It will start again now. See, there's always one. There's always Problem Being too.
I never wanted to fight.
Oh, okay, you make a fair point.
But now I have no choice. The stakes are everywhere and everywhere. All of history, the entire universe, past, present, and future, is an arena of war.
I just see this to me looks it's so photorealistic, right? I'm like, wow. People gaming might know it's this is no big deal. For me, this is really impressive.
The enemy is relentless, unyielding, ferocious. I must become the same. Every time I think I've done enough, still they come.
Oh, at last! At fucking last! It's what, been 20, 30 years? Since we first talked about spider Daleks. At fucking last! Yes! Yes! Oh! How many years has it been? I can't get this weird off my screen. This guy is so weird. Spider Daleks. Yeah, Spider Daleks. So it's been around for ages. It's been around since between 89 and 96 is when they first started talking about it. Here we go. Look at this Spider TARDIS wiki. What was the first thing? War of the Daleks was the first one. First scene of Fire and Brimstone. Yeah, but they were an alternate dimension one. So here, it was War of the Daleks, right? Yeah, 1 second. So that's 97. So yeah, so it's 97, 2007, 2017, 2020. What year we're in now? We're in 22. 25 years, baby. 25 years to see a Spider Dalek. Oh, yes.
My own past is a battleground. My values, my legacy, even my name.
I mean, I don't really see the advantage of them, although they look super cool.
I see how this conflict has corrupted those who fought with monsters before me. And now I'm on the same path.
I have seen beyond the storm. I have seen him. I have seen death.
I think Nick Briggs enjoys doing a bonkers Dalek, right? He definitely enjoys a bonkers Dalek.
Daleks will be victorious in every reality.
Welcome.
I tell you, there's not many people who understand a Dalek like Nick Briggs.
To the Time War.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, really, they are. They're all. Yeah, big finish.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Chris Thompson, you know what you're doing, mate. Know what you're doing. That was really bloody good. That was fantastic. Was that Dalek Sexer's gonna? No, that was the Time Controller Dalek. We've seen him in many Big Finish productions. I think it first came in Black Eyes, I think. Yeah, I'll look it up. Time Controller Dalek. Time Controller Dalek. By the way, if anybody who was saying they wanted action figures of Red Dwarf, because I think you can if you go to the Facebook 3D printing group, you can find them there. Right? Tell me what. Give me a list of the stories been in. Biography, something. No. Patience. It was in Patient Zero. Enmity of the Master. I don't. Alliance with Krotos. No. I want to hear where it was first in. Was it fight in the last two. After an encounter with the Sixth Doctor, whose encounter, this was an audio, was in Patient Zero. Counter was the Doctor's first meeting with the Time Controller. Okay. The Time Controller fought the Eighth Doctor. Oh, so yeah, Lucy Miller to the death. So that's actually a good segue. Man, hey, let me go over there. That's actually, let me pull that up. Hang on. Go. Doink. Share screen. Window. There, think. So we'll come to this story in a second. Because I am interested in the story. That's why we go. Where we go? Doink over here. What am I looking for? So, because I'm doing we'll start with. Oh, what the hell is it called? Not relative dimensions. It's oh man, it's killing me. Relative, maybe it's relative dimensions. Oh, I think it is. Yeah, this $6.13. This is great. Okay, this is very, very good. It's the second Christmas story in season 4 of the Lucy Miller Adventures, and it's quality. I listened to this today. The quality blew me away. Not the quality of the script. The quality of the script is good. It's solid. It works. The quality of the performances, right? The quality of the performances are incredible, right? Sheridan Smith. It's so much little subtleties, like they're actually making the Christmas dinner, and she's like doing the gravy, it's all very believable, right? She really genuinely sells it. It's it's a fun Christmas story, right? It's a fun Christmas story where they have a family Christmas. Because the Doctor feels after the events of season 4, which we'll go into a second, how it started, that she deserves a good family Christmas, right? So they're having Christmas in the TARDIS, and he's inviting Susan, his granddaughter, and her son. David's dead, so it's current age Carol Ann Ford, and so he brings her inside. He's very nervous, and David's a little bit sulky. Not David, it's the son. I can't remember the son. The son is played by Paul McGann's son. And the whole thing, it just carries together because it's just very, very, very strong performances. And Sheridan Smith is fantastic, right? She's so you forget how great Lucy Miller was, right? So the reason this is kind of a nice bookend, because if you go to where are we doing? So we go to, how do I get to it easiest? Let's go back this way. Oh, 1 second. It doesn't say that. We'll go over here. 8th Doctor Adventures. Sort by release form. Sort by oldest first. Doink. Man, and also Paul McGann's performance is great as well. He's just like this young and enthusiastic. Where is it? Season 4. There we go. So yeah, so season 4 begins over here with Death in Blackpool, which is the bookend a Christmas story. So this one I really didn't like. I was really miffed with, because it was so dark and it's very Christmassy, but it was like you had all the dark bits of A Christmas Carol. It was like stealthed down, and it was like turned up to really high, and where Lucy Miller thinks she's dead, and then she has a terrible revelation that finds out the Doctor and her fate, and the person who loves most has been lying to her all her life. It's a little subplot with Zygons and going on with it, and again, very, very much set at Christmas, and she ends up leaving. Right, it's really sad. Right, it's really genuinely sad that she leaves, and so this is a Christmas that left me flat. So they did not the other one, I think, to counterbalance it, right? So I'll take you through the season because it's really a good season. So then this episode, Eddie Robson, great little script. He's trying to find a new companion, and so he's running tests for these four people vying for the position, right? By Nevermore, he's got a new companion, and he goes to this H.P. Lovecraft planet. It's again Alan Barr's always reliable. And he's got Nikki Wardley is his companion, as I can't remember her name. And just at the end, I think it's end of this one or the next one. No, at the end of the next one, as she's leaving, I think Lucy Miller turns up, right? Which leads on to Demios, which is another very good Ice Warrior story. It's but this is a two-parter. Jonathan Morris. Yeah, who did that last one? This is a solid season. This is probably one of their best seasons, Barnaby Edwards, right? This is such a strong season. So you got Demios Resurrection Mars. This is a two-parter where Lucy Miller comes back, and you also have Graham Gardner from The Goodies, introduced as a new incarnation of the meddling monk. The Time Miller, right? And he's really good in it, right? Really works. And so she's traveling with the meddling monk, and it's all the tension, all the from that first episode is resolved, but essentially in this one, and so that's why you get this party episode of Relative Dimension with Liz Day, but it's exceptionally good, right? Exceptionally good. So the season goes on. They have the first one of the thing that's reasonably forgettable is Prison of the Sun, right? That's one of the first skippable ones, right? This one screams filler because essentially and sadly it is, because then you're into Lucy Miller, right? At the end of the night, so Lucy Miller's gone off traveling with the Doctor's grandson, right? And so this is the climactic finale that takes place in post-Dalek invasion of Earth. When it's been about 40 years later, they've been like recovering. David's dead. He's traveling, and it's a Dalek resurgence in post-Dalek invasion of Earth, right? And then it all and the meddling monk comes back in as well. And Graham Gardner's great in this one. And then it ends like tragically and wonderfully in a way that really genuinely matters. With To the Death. It's fantastic, right? This is one of the all-time great seasons, right? It really is. It's one of the all-time great seasons of Doctor Who. Huge recommend. Man, I forgot how good this was, right? Oh yeah, and this ended that range. They went to Dark Age from there. Fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic. But there's two good Christmas specials. Let's go and have a look at this story. So yeah, listen. How do you get a Doctor Who fan to do anything? You tease them with you caress their heart gently with a bit of Jo Jones. That's what you do. Jo Jones reunites with the third Doctor. So this is a go. Old Jo finally meets up with her third Doctor, who she loved, right? And this is a different. They're like, man, how can you not leap at, I mean, if you were into the Audio Adventures, how can you not leap at this? It's like it's such a beautiful idea. That's the thing. It's such a beautiful idea. I can't wait to see it again, because she's got so much love for the Doctor, right? And she's had such a wonderful life, and she's so happy with her life, right? And she's gonna be. It's her in her twilight getting a second wind, and it's like, yes, oh, how beautiful, right? How absolutely beautiful. Third Doctor is much loved former companion embark on a new adventure together in a brand new audio box set due for release in February 2023 from Big Finish Productions. The ever popular Katie Manning returns. By the way, one of my favorite Christmas specials they have here is the Claws of Santa with Katie Manning. So good as Iris Wildfire. It's so good. We'll listen to the trailer after. It's so good. It's so much fun. Katie Manning returns as JoJo's Snake Grant. Years after the former unit employee handed in her TARDIS travels, now Jo is about to reunite with her Doctor at a very important point in her life in 3 full cast audio dramas. So that's even better. It's an important part of life. She's joined by the acclaimed Tim Treloar, once again, metaphorically donning the Third Doctor's velvet jacket. Why can you not cosplay him and do a session with him as Pertwee? It's like, what? Put a wig on him and the jacket, like, it's not hard, right? He can put it off, put it in some. Oh, God, why can't you do that, big thing? I want to fucking strangle you. I guess they're scared it's going to piss people off, right? I think it's a tribute. I would love to see him do that, right? I'd love to see him do that. I mean, it's sadly, I think David Troughton's. Is it David Troughton? Michael Troughton's a little bit rotund to pull off a third Doctor, a second Doctor. Fraser Hines could totally do it. Fraser Hines would be perfect. Where was it? Third Doctor. Brilliant recapturing John Pertwee's iconic performance, and he really does. I think he really nails it, right? So Third Doctor under the return of Jo Jones is available now for, it's going to be about $20, I guess, £16.99. I don't know. So okay, beginning on Earth, heading out to a whole new universe of possibilities. The Doctor Who stories in this box are Supernatural by Mike Fedden. Okay, Supernatural, I should say. The Conservators by Felicia Barker. So she's new, but I'm not so scared of new talent anymore. There's been a lot of new talent that's been really, really rocking, right? Okay, fine. Look, this is what I like. This is the way it's supposed to be. Short trip. Yeah, a Third Doctor adventure. Yes. Yeah, I like this. This is a normal career path. Oh, thank God. Very good. Okay, I'm happy about this. Okay, this is good news. Producer Heather Challen said, "We're always looking for new ways to celebrate an older, much loved, beloved era. Installments of the Third Doctor Adventures has not 1 but 2 but 3 standalone adventures. So I guess they're doing it in a different. They're going to be like, as if he was around today. It's not going to be in the 70s. That'd be interesting then. Okay. Ranging from bird attacks to the Isle of Wight to political unrest in a repressive regime looking to robotically control elements of risk. Oh, what you mean, us? Right. And then Haunted Dock with an alien cruiser. The Doctor's reunited with JoJo and setting off on another trip around the universe, and couldn't be more thrilled. Praise for the Kaleidoscope. Yes, Kaleidoscope was very good. This range has been excellent, right? This range has been really knocking it out the park here. Let's see if it's the same production group team. Return of JoJo. So let's have a look. Heather Chandler's producer. That's important. Director Nick Briggs. We're safe. Script editor Nick Briggs. We're safe. 100% safe. Yes. Yes. This is a yes from me. Right? Absolutely yes from me. That sounds fantastic. Fine. Is there any other new news? Wait a minute. What did I say I was going to look at next? Chris Boucher. Yeah, I know, it's very sad. Maybe I'll read their obituary. Just I was going to look at something next. Wait, let me look at the chat. Man of Action, how you doing? Action Man. They pull it off. I think they can pull it off. I think, look, you got to have, look, it's got Katie Manning's playing it. Yeah, I'm sure they can pull it off. Alex, I'm pretty sure there's on 8th Doctor a great ground set something next year. Yeah, in Big Finish lineup. That's very true. That's coming out next month. I am not getting it. It just here. Do they have? Let me put it open. I basically I said the 8th Doctor range needs a reboot, but it really bores me. Right, to tell you, it sounds really boring, and it just sounds boring, right? So I'm not really into it, right? We got a trailer. Let's listen to a trailer. I haven't listened to a trailer yet. Turn the sounds up. I mean, Cass isn't really a name that makes you go, "Oh, I got to have that." Do you press play? Yeah, tickle your balls, really? What is? I mean, like. As I said, I love the new logo without the diamond. It really works, doesn't it? Oh, it's going to look good on the new Blu-ray sets. But man, they gotta give you replacement stickers or something. Why is this not playing?
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The 8th Doctor Adventures, The Time War, Cass.
Kaz Farmazi.
Reporting for duty.
Weird visions. Glimpses of other landscapes, other worlds. Is that what's happening?
The Vespertine isn't really a shipwreck. She's intact.
A man who should be dead in a ship that should be lost beneath a research station that shouldn't exist. This just gets better and better, doesn't it? Something is wrong with the timeline.
Complications. Always complications. Never mess with time.
Those are Daleks. Daleks.
Correct.
Terrifying. Absolutely bone-chilling.
Emergency power only. Complete.
Yeah, I get. It's just, I don't know. It's not. The Joe Jones ones worked, right? This one just doesn't.
Shut down.
No wonder they're so angry. Like big metal wasps.
When will the med team arrive? He really needs a doctor.
I'm a doctor, but probably not the one you're expecting.
That didn't sound good.
The shifting.
I mean, is he going to say that like every episode?
Time. Getting some odd temporal readings. They're throwing us off course.
We weren't even on course.
Hold on.
Nothing can interfere with Dalek plans.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm out. That's not bringing me back, I'm afraid. That is not. I do like this unit 2-parter though. I mean, this Torchwood 2-parter. Do you have a trailer for it yet? Because this sounds really cool. It's starring Louise Jameson by Guy Adams, set in the 70s. I think I'm going to crack and get that. It does look good. Class don't care about. And then this month, it's I haven't listened to this. It's an excerpt with Drax. I just really want to hear what's his name like. Alfie Moon as Drax, and then I can move on with life. Unit don't care. This just came out, and fine. It's a strong month. It is indeed a strong. We get short trips. There you go. That's nice. Fine. So what we're going to get to first. Oh yeah, this is a good place to start. Let's look at the upcoming output for. I've gone over the upcoming output for Big Finish Totally Times, right? But let's have a look at BBC books, right? Or BBC audio books. Which I'm like, and I'll tell you why I don't buy them. Okay, but essentially, BBC are releasing a range of Doctor Who's novelization. The novelizations sound actually quite good, but the audiobook's not. So maybe let's see if it tickles my fancy, right? Some are new editions of classic target novelizations, while the range also includes new 12th Doctor audiobook, the Ice Kings. Now, who writes it is one. Who writes it? Who performs it? It's not going to be Capaldi, and I'm really not that interested in anybody else performing it. Frankly, it's like replacing a body with anybody else. It's like the difference between truffles and truffle oil, I imagine, right? It's just at the best. More often, between truffles and like mushroom powder, mushroom paste, or something. Fine. The Ice Kings. There's a brand new short story collection. 4 from Doomsday, not to be confused with 4 to Doomsday. Okay, well, thank you. BBC will also be issuing a striking new branding for the 6th anniversary. Well, yeah, like everybody else. Moreover, I guess this is a press release. Moreover, the version of these, I don't think it is actually. I think it's an article. Moreover, the version on these CD releases is appropriately heavily inspired by a logo used by many target. We are. God, up. Obviously, it's the current logo, which also was the target. Yes, we are. Yes, I've seen a Doctor Who book before, read by Maureen O'Brien, by Neil Bushnell. It might be great. Oh God, these cover designs are all. I mean, like, nothing says I don't care about my product whatsoever than this lackluster cover design. What's his name? Was it? He wrote the second Doctor one, which was really quite good. It was over here. Oh, what's his name? Will Haddock, maybe? Will Hagcraft, right? Will Hagcraft, right? So I've heard Neil Bushnell before. Now, when I first saw this in Doctor Who magazine, I was like, don't care. I was very dismissive, right? And then he got in contact, and he was right. I shouldn't be dismissive. So I apologize for that. And so I don't know what the quality is. I'm not so interested in it read by Maureen O'Brien. Basically, it depends how long it is. That's the other thing. So Maureen O'Brien is an action-packed original audio adventure for the 12th Doctor as played by Peter Capaldi. When Professor Irene Hayes' Monday morning lecture I said, okay, fine. He's at that stage of life. So Luke's University is rudely into. I mean, like, he's got such an empty, massive hole in his life. Why not fill that? Like, the between season 2 and 3, but actually between the Return of Dr. Mysterio and the pilot, right? There is a massive gap, right? Of like 1 to 2 seasons minimally, right? Absolutely minimally. It's tragic. So I have to tell you, it's absolutely tragic. But there you go. So where are we up to? 1 second. I'm on the wrong window. Where am I? Doink, found it. There I am. So Monday morning lecture unit is rudely interrupted by a man named the Doctor. It's the beginning of an adventure that she could never have dreamt possible. Okay, so maybe it's not that era. Soon they're hurtling backwards to 1806, and the crew of the trading ship, favorite by Ice King himself, Frederick Truder, being picked off one by one by a hideous monster that lurks in the shadows. Well, if you're a hideous monster, that makes sense. Lurk in the shadows, right? Lurk in the shadows. I'm assuming they mean in the shadows and not, in the band that back Cliff Richard. That would be weird. He's a hideous monster. I will lurk in Jerry and the pacemakers. Really? Maybe the shadows. A head frozen in ice provides further complications to matters as the robotic Necra awaits, determining the vanquish. I don't give a fuck. It's really with the Doctor seriously weakened. Irene must tap into reserves of courage. I don't want an Irene story. If they have any help returning to 21st century England, I don't want an Irene story. It really depends how long these things are. I mean, I don't know. We go to Amazon. Well, let's do co.uk. It's probably more likely there. Fine. So we go. What's the name of this bloody thing? It's doing. It's called Doctor Who Ice Kings. Like, really, why am I hunting for? Yes. Tell me how long this is. So annoying. So it can't be that long. It's on one CD. Okay. Reborn. All right. So this is, we're basically just reading a press release. Does it say anything about time? It can't be more than an hour and a bit because, again, it's a single disc. 1 hour, 17 minutes. Thank you. Oh, Ardy. No. And again, it's just, I don't. But this is interesting. Read by Tim Terrord, Jamie Glover, Dan Starkey, Claire Corbett. This is an interesting thing to do. To have a bunch of people, Louise Jameson, Maureen O'Brien, John Coltrane. This is very interesting. Did I say it's interesting? I think it's interesting. Why am I saying it's interesting? It interests me. That's pretty interesting. We've got a good shooting article off this as well. Where are we up to? The full Schedule 23 release so far is, okay, The Romans. Romans by Donald Corson, read by a bunch of people. What? No, why are you having a bunch of people read it? Tell me, what? Really? And this is coming out on January. Okay, we'll go back. We'll go to Amazon, shall we? See, as you're bloody useless. Romans. Right. It's coming out in under a month. Yes. Okay, tell me something more about this, please. It's okay. So this is several discs long. Okay, so what? This is the whole, synopsis. Why didn't they include this? Well, why are they having so many people read it? And it's 2 hours, 21 minutes. I would like to listen to the. I'm going to for $21 now. I would like to, I am intrigued to listen to how they're doing this, all the voices. I think that's a very good idea. I do think that's a good idea. Okay. And this is the anthology one. The Amazing World of Doctor Who. Okay. I mean, you're a bit sparse on the details, darling. I mean, really? I mean, you might want to, let us know a little bit more. Peacock. Fine. But what are the books? Give me a hint. My season 2 box set is in the country. I'm very excited. Right? I'm very excited about that. We've really got to do a proper Chris Boucher review, like memorial. No, fine. Let's see how Shooty is preparing. What's it? There's Doctor Who merchandise site. Doctor Who merchandise. Is this the one? Don't think so. No. This is there. These would be a good merchandise site. I can't remember which had everything on it. Right. This is a merchandise site. Yeah. 1 second. Yes. Okay. Have fun. My wife's going to go to the dentist. No. Okay, I can't find it. Doesn't matter. Let's go over here. Doink. Shooty Cutworth studied this previous Doctor to prepare for Doctor Who. So this is interesting. I don't know. Which one? Is it going to be a modern one or a classic? I think he should have studied all of them, frankly. But let's find out. Let's find this person. Look, in Russ, I trust everybody so far, right? Okay, so Shooter Gavin says he watched rewatched the entirety of this Doctor's run. Oh, it's got to be 10. Obviously, 9 or 10, one of the two. As a Doctor from Doctor Who, for Doctor Who season 14. You're missing an S, darling. Onwards. Okay. By now, we all know that Shooter Gavin will be the 15th Doctor. Well, we don't. We really don't. I mean, that's what they keep telling us, but we really don't know that, right? And we'll take over the lead from season 14 onwards. Yeah, basically, we know that. Okay, we basically know that. Maybe I think he's going to take it over from the Christmas special 2023 onwards, right? I think we're seeing a full special with him. He will lead the sci-fi series after 2023. Doctor Who 60th anniversary specials. We'll see the return of David Tennant back as in the role as the 40th. This is a terribly written article. He's not back as the 40th. He's back now playing the 14th Doctor. Fuck me. Okay, I don't have much hope for this article, ladies and gentlemen. I do not have much hope. I mean, they seem so far got everything wrong. I mean, they make me crazy. Fine. Gutless Cast has triggered an enormous amount of excitement thanks to the excellent performance of Eric in his not really. That made me kind of nervous, actually, Eric. But there is then I said it's probably going to be okay. We're up to alongside him will be the 15th. Will be the 15th Doctor's companion. Oh, the 15th Doctor's companion. Okay, fine. Not the 5th. It's not the 15th. There's been a lot more of them than that. How many of them? Do I have to add them up? Yes. Yes, we've got to add them up. So there's been Susan. Okay, boys and girls. So we got it's a lot of them then. So Susan, Ian, Barbara, Vicky. After Vicky was Stephen, then Dodo, then Ben and Polly, then Jamie, Zoe, Victoria Zoe, Liz Shaw, Joe Grant, Joe Grant, Sarah Jane, Leela, Romana 1, Romana 2. Yeah, we're counting as different people. Romana 1, Romana 2. Did I miss any men? Don't think so. Don't think so. Yeah, no. I got all the blokes. I mean, I'm not going to say the Brigadier. No, Romana 1, Romana 2. And after that was, at that point we had, Nissa, Adric, and Tegan. There wasn't anyone in between Romana. K9. We're up to 21. K9 counts. Tegan, Adric, we did those. Turlo, then Perry, Ace, and Mel. Fine, we're up to 25. So then we have, oh my God, this is killing me. Fine, then we, I guess, I'm not counting the big finish ones. Okay, off. Okay, this guy who doesn't know from them, right? So then we're going to have Rose, Martha, Donna. Yeah, I'm not counting Mickey and all that. No, leave me alone. Donna, then and not Astrid either. No, doesn't count. And then after that, there's Amy, Rory, up to 25. Amy, Rory, Clara, and then Bill, 27. So he's the 20th companion. Oh no, 27. If this is in the Pocket Universe, I'm going to say it's 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 30, 27th or 32nd. Okay. Speaking to the list, Gatwa said, "Prep finally." Oh God, man, no, are they paying you by the word, darling? What is up with you? Oh, killing me, you are absolutely killing me. Now, amid all the excitement, Gatwa has spoken about how he's prepared for the. Okay, yes. Prepping for the role of the Doctor, and watching all the episodes again, and watching Russell E. Davies and David Tennant's work. Okay, yes, fine. He didn't say he rewatched them all. Okay, I was overcome with the need to get the job. Oh, so he watched it before the interview, and I was like, I want to work with Russell. His writing is so clear; it's very clever. I feel very honored that he saw something in me that he liked. He's going to take me around the universe and take me around the galaxy. He's not even mentioning David fucking Tennant. This is such a non-story. Oh, will you shut up? Oh, my God. Cock teasing. Bitches, no. Oh, you are bad. Bad articles. Fine, let me close all the windows. Once I close that. Oh, this was fun. Here, we'll look at this before I close it. If you're in England, I guess the shipping won't be so bad. There's this new merch they're bringing out, which I wish I could get. This is so cool. So you got that's the best pictures we got, really. Yeah, honestly, I think you can make your own equally good. So he's got one. One says there are corners in the universe which have bred the most terrible things. Second Doctor, dude, I could do better than that. This is actually very naff. Yeah, does it take you to the shop? This is really no. Yeah, count me in. Give me your cookies. Man, this is so naff. All right, this one's better, but man. Was Clayton Hitman's Red Bubble? Let me show you that. That's much better. Hitman Red Bubble. There you go. I mean, it's a crazy one. They just license him. Pill packet stick? I have no idea what that is. There's all here. Let's get some phone cases, for example. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, look, come on. That's pretty cool. Right, that's cool. Well, okay. Here they have t-shirts. I like the shower curtains. Have you seen the shower curtains? Are cool. Come on. Oh, they don't have shower curtains. They have the shower. They had these nice TARDIS ones. Stickers, phone cases, wall art, kids and babies, pets. We're gonna look at that in a minute. So let's have a look at pets. Okay. Just what? None of these are very Doctor Who-y. Okay, it's nice claim, but I'm more on the Doctor Who stuff, mate. Are these just kids' clothes? Have you just had a baby? Is that what happened? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's try wall art. I don't know. Why don't you just have all of it? Mounted prints. Posters. Let's do posters. Oh. And again, okay, can I shop by Dr. Is this still Clayton Hickman? I don't think this is Clayton Hickman anymore. I think here we go. I wandered off his site. Did he send me to a different site? Oh, I think I Explore Designs. Oh. That's Christmas tree one. Yeah, no, I oh, the neon logo. See, that is freaking clever. That's so much better than things that people were doing at Food and Planet. I'm sorry. The neon logo. That is clever. Where I got the Food and Planet stuff really wasn't. Yeah, what the other? Let's see if we can find something we like. No, Jamie, no. Which one? Let's look at what TARDIS should we look at? The Master's TARDIS, isn't it? Hole punched. Give me a good 80s TARDIS. Well, I don't know. Okay, there's too many. Okay, fine. This. What you got in this? Oh. Yeah. Okay, this is much cooler than anything. Yes, it's very good. Look at the it's just so much better. Yeah. So go to Clayton Hickman's Redbubble store. Okay, it's much better. Fine. Let's get rid of all that crap. We go. Stop screen. Doink. 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 Yeah, no, literally, that's all good. Everything there was bad. Fine, let's go back to this screen over here. Where is it? Oh, yeah, doink. Fine. Go a bit of, should we go Bounding Comics or Cosmic Book News? We'll do Bounding first in Cosmic, okay? Let's see what it says. Doink. Is this refreshing? I can't tell. Yeah, I'll just open a new window. Bounding into the comics. Share screen. Sharing screen. Okay, come on, like interwebs. I know you're working, okay? Because I'm streaming. Okay, I'm getting a WYSIWYG, which is good news. And it's opening. It's opening. We thought we'll go for the blank slate look, right? That's the plan for this episode, this website. Oh, for God's sake, come on! Waiting for Google Play. My life is a living hell. I mean, I think it's just a fair way of describing it. Fine, we're waiting for that to open up. Let's see if we can refresh this. Oh. No, it's not refreshing either. Cosmic Book News. Let's see. How's it? Yes! Fine. Rumor. Ben Affleck's role on DCU uncertain as Batman cameo in Aquaman Lost Kingdom is reportedly cut. I'm surprised he has any future in DC Universe. I mean, he's much older now than when he first got it, right? It's like, it's what, 10 years later? What year was Batman versus Superman? I remember things weren't terrible back then. Batman versus Superman. Doink. Yeah. 2016. That's that was the first one, was it? 2016. Yes, that's 6 years ago, right? Yes. Yeah, 6 years ago and change. 6.5 years ago, let's say. Fine, it's a long time, right? It's a long time. So yeah, he seemed, and he had, quit the role several times. He had a problem with alcoholism. He's probably too old, right? He probably is too old. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Black Adam faces heavy financial losses, but Dwayne Johnson puts positive spin on DC Films' profit or lack thereof. I think they're called losses, right? They're called losses. I see, this is the problem with that movie. I've tried to watch it many times, and I can't. I don't even get to the bit with Pierce Brosnan before I fall asleep. Yeah, it's a problem. Which might be why they're not doing well. James Gunn said to have killed the Batman Beyond movie starring Michael Keaton. Well, that's a shame. That is a shame. I'm bummed about that. Witcher Blood Orange, will you leave me alone? Like, I'm so epically not interested in the Witcher Blood Origin, right? I am so, like, just breathtakingly uninterested in it. Okay, DC code James Gunn snipes at YouTuber Denim Nerds after repeatedly being accused of disliking Henry Cavill. Okay, that's an interesting story. We'll look at that. Okay, can we just get the tweets? And then James, care to debunk this one? Says whoever this is. Sure, false. It's not. I hear it. Yeah, I mean, that's not saying I must keep James Cavill, right? At all. But I thought they wanted James Cavill. Even when people have reached out to me since you said this week to tell me you really don't like him, just saying what I heard. So weird. You need to plug in. Yeah, leave me alone with this. I can't see the bloody. Kidding me. Stop seeing this ad. Just stop seeing all ads. No, not in a. Not interested. Thank you. But I can't see the bloody thing. There you go. So weird. You seem so plugged in. Anyway, I had 40 people reach out to me to say you just got kicked out of your mum's basement. So sorry, man. I don't really get like why he's engaging with it, frankly. That seems like. I don't understand. Unless this was for show. Like, I like, why is James Gunn engaging with him? Like, it's all he's doing is like elevating him, right? I guess they're human beings too, but man, what I don't understand the urge, like not being able to resist the urge to tweet. And that's why Elon Musk is going to win, right? Because they just can't resist it. Even though he clearly, I'm still really excited about James Gunn's DCU, even though he clearly hates Henry Cavill. He's just joking, mate. He's just joking, right? Fine. Whatever. It's not such a big deal. More Top Gun now, Maverick. Here, 1 second. I've got this over here. Doink. Video file. Oh, okay. Yeah, we really need to talk about this. So, I don't know what's going on with John Barrowman, right? John Barrowman is not having a good time, right? John Barrowman is not having a good time. He put out a thing a few days ago saying he's having this life emergency. My life is living.rabbi.com. What was I going to say? John Barrowman. So he seemed very, very tearful, very worried about something. It wasn't very clear, right? And he's being swarmed again by like these weird Jodie fans, right? John Barrowman, not Henry Cavill. John Barrowman. He's being like saying, well, he just apologized here. These weirdo Jodie fans about the whole thing. So look, here's Eve Miles talking about John Barrowman's antics on set and how demeaning and how everybody hated it. Here we go.
He had it up his bum.
shouldn't change it for a bit. Like, I don't understand why all these weirdos are clutching their pearls and so insistent that he did something terrible, which clearly everybody loved. I don't understand. I think it's just they like to bully, right? It's just they like to bully. Okay, listen. You know why you? And I've seen them. They're getting much more rolled up right now. It's, I guess, because they know the world's falling apart. They know their belief system's falling apart. But man, well, they just accept it already, right? But here, this is why they never debate. This is hilarious, right? This is absolutely hilarious.
People is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people
Again, the insanity is one.
people other than mothers are pregnant?
Does it bother you to use inclusive language?
Well,
It's just interesting.
I prefer to use precise language.
It's interesting because you come into this conversation, trying to hold this moral superiority, but then I
try to be moral when I can, but
Right, but when I use inclusive language, which it only takes a couple extra syllables to use inclusive language,
To include
and
who?
it seems to include
It's not the effort or the extra syllables. It's the denial of reality.
people who don't, identify as women but can become pregnant.
So, like a person who's born a woman and then identifies as a man and is pregnant.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that in order to be a moral person, I need to accept the idea that a man, someone who is born a man and looks like a man, can really become a woman. That's a prerequisite of my being a moral person.
I mean, yes, to me it is.
It really is, right? Even though it's patently, not that long ago, it would have been patently absurd, right? But now it's like not only something you must be okay with, you must accept it to be moral.
Because if you are trying to deny someone of their identity and deny what their life experience is, then that doesn't seem like a moral stance to me. I want to be accepting and I want to respect people's life experiences and respect the way that they want to identify and respect the way that they want to present themselves to the world.
Bronte, I would...
Yeah.
So this is when somebody finds out that they're dumb, right? See, because she has this whole thing in her head where she thinks she's smart and he doesn't understand, right? She likes to this is where they and she doesn't understand. She's got a very simplistic way of thinking, right? Very, very simplistic. We have another more of the simplistic way of thinking. I
like to identify. I do identify actually as the correct person on this issue of abortion. I identify as being correct and more correct than you on this issue. And I would just ask that you accept and affirm my identity. Do you?
Well, you are not a medical professional, and abortion and pregnancy is a medical concern. That's not your identity.
That is my identity. I promise you, that's my identity.
That is, he's absolutely right. But the absurdity that they live with, it's beyond insane. Yes, that's there's a famous Doctor Who Twitter YouTuber. Where is he? Dying. So this is like the epitome of simple thinking, right? Nothing says I am a simple person like this. So they've just Barry Weiss over here says they just released Twitter files, the removal of Donald Trump from Twitter. So when they had in these internal files, they said they had no reason to, right? And he hadn't broken any rules, as they know. Peaceful, peaceful protest, whatever. Very peaceful act, right? And calling people patriots, whatever. So then the head of the Twitter security, who I think is in a lot of trouble, took it upon themselves alone, saying no, that would be. They may say something in the future that might encoded incite people. Right, incite the terrorists, right? So again, and now they just convinced everybody at January 6th was a terrorist. I think that's more of a narrative and one that hasn't really been proven, and one that I have a lot of questions on, right? And I think they're shitting themselves that they're going to start these investigations in January. But anyway, Mr. Trilby is a famous moron. Likes to call me a white supremacist, whatever he can. So whenever he mentions me, I have white supremacists in my mentions all the time. No, you don't. You're lying. You're lying. Or maybe you're stupid. So here you go. Trump instigates a fascist coup. Okay, no. Okay, this is real simple. Trump instigates a fascist coup. No, there's actually nobody who intimates that as well. I mean, no sane person. It was how you get that Trump instigated it is beyond me. Where he said let's peacefully and patriotically protest, but that doesn't and that's what everybody was there for. There was an element there, probably planted by the FBI. This gentleman called Ray Epps that really seemed to lead everything. We need Ray Epps to tell us everything he knows. All right, because they were. The riot started while Trump was speaking, and they basically had pulled down the barriers by the time people got there. They had no idea they weren't allowed in, right? So he didn't instigate a coup. It wasn't a coup because it a failed coup at best, but it wasn't a coup. It wasn't fascist, right? You don't have that you use the word fascist and anti-Semite so liberally. While still being such a fan of the most prominent anti-Semite in Britain has had in decades, Jeremy Corbyn, it is quite remarkable, right? Absolutely quite remarkable. Twitter removes him from the fight. Finn. Again, you have a very simplistic point of view, right? And now J.K. Rowling is a cunt today. Why is J.K. Rowling a cunt today? Because she's opening a rape center for women that have been raped. So if she makes it for women with penises, it's in the California prison system. There are lots of women with penises, right? It's weird. It's weird because they don't let men in at all, right? It's weird. They don't let men in, right? But they and it is strange. I don't know how they do this. I don't understand how they do this. They when they're in the when just women alone together, one woman's got a penis. I'll admit, but it's just women. They're all women. The other woman without the penis, always the woman without the penis. I don't understand why. It's like it's connected. I don't get it. But the woman without the penis ends up getting pregnant, right? So once again, you have two women, normative women, sharing a cell. One of them happens to have a penis, one doesn't. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Then, magically, the one without the penis gets pregnant. And they don't understand. And she starts like babbling nonsense that the woman raped her. The woman with the penis raped her. But that's crazy because that won't happen because that can't happen. Right? That just can't happen. No. Maybe this is why they're melting down. I thought I had the great Elon Musk one with him as well. Where do I have that one? That is so funny. Yeah, maybe it is on my desktop. Let's have a look. Because I thought I saved that. That's the one that really genuinely made me laugh. Hang on. Oh God, these are all so disgusting. That's nearly it. No. Oh, I don't have it. They had one where he's tweeting to Elon Musk, and you idiot! Anyway, perhaps one of the most sinister moves I've ever seen in UK transphobes, and that's saying something. Oh, Kathy Brenner, I bet you do say things. An utterly cynical move by J.K. Rowling that should be viewed in the context of the Edinburgh Rape Crisis Centre being inundated with threats by anti-trans activists. Oh, not the anti-trans activists. There's so many of them about. Oh, are the anti-trans activists people who think that the women with the penises aren't maybe they're not quite womanly? I don't know. I don't know the science. So she launches a woman-only service for sex abuse victims, and they're calling her a cunt. It's beyond weird. It's beyond. it's fun trying to apply logic. They're insane, but they're so insane, right? They're so insane. Here, let me show you this thing. We've got Doctor Who magazine. Download. Doink. Hang on. Open with that. Doink. So there's an article in it. I don't know when to do it, but I do like this article. Here, let me find it. Where is it? Where is it? Doink. There we go. Okay. Doink. So this is a really share screen. Now it asks me to rate it. Leave me alone. So stop screen, share screen. So I'm not sure when to do this. I'm not sure whether to do this as a video or maybe we'll do this on the Christmas stream or Christmas Eve stream. Maybe I'll save it for that, like a week or so from now. So this is it's not great because they're not real, right? But this is, who is it writing it? I don't know who's writing this. Oh man, Eddie Robson. So Eddie Robson is solid. Is imagining how they would have had Christmas specials for the classic years, and it's quite fun, right? Because it's well researched and thought through. So it's quite. So maybe we'll save this for the. But they have one for each Doctor. Adamant, even the Seventh Doctor. He's struggling a bit. So I'm not sure when to do that. I think we're going to do that for the maybe Christmas, right? Maybe Christmas. There we go. Share screen. Go back to this. Where is it? Oh, yeah, doink. Fine. Let me show you what we got coming up. This was actually from last stream, and it's going to be a bit of an. I'm going to be doing a few of these ones. Doctor Who stocking stuffers. Going over the merch we have coming out this year, coming out right now, and there's a lot of good here. I just want to be clear: if any of these companies wish to comp me, I will review you very favorably. I am so easily bought, right? I mean, some people you've got to get them laid. Some people, you have to get them bags of coke. Me, Phil Bevan, a Doctor Who art book, are basically your bitch at that point. I will do whatever you want. Yes. And quite rightly so. I think that's a normal thing. But I think I'm putting that tomorrow. Tomorrow's main video is this one. She'll talk to her media. Might snap when they look back over 2022. It's insane. It is insane. Jodie, 2020 was your bestest year ever. Icky thump. And I thought I was fired. Yeah, that's tomorrow. We have a lot of fun coming up. Okay, with that, I think I'm going to end the broadcast. Right, I'm going to go, there you go. I didn't even talk to you. Know what? I'll talk to you about it quickly. Fine. So next week, Sunday is Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Hey, crazy nuts. Right, and you've got to get these, here, let me show you a picture of them. Here's a decent picture. Here, look at this. So it's like a candelabra, right? And you have to have, there's 9 things in them. And that you're supposed to use oil. So normally, used to be in the olden days, used to you would have these little glass cups and you would fill them with a bottle of olive oil each day, right? And then you would, I'm going to get in trouble opening this, but I think it's okay. I just want to get one out. Oh, do I do it this one? How do I get this out? Is it shrink wrapped? I can't even tell. No, I think, oh, I'm in. Here, wait. I think I worked it out. So you have to get these little like cups, right? And then each day you'll get a here we go. I'm in. And and each day you would have to refill it. You'll have these like wicks that you'll put in them. Fine. So now it was a real pain in the ass, right? And some of my kids wanted candles, and so they wanted like the different color candles. 1 year, made me crazy. My daughter wanted a pink candle, so I ended up melting a red candle over a white candle. Oh, so now this is much easier. We have these things, right? They're ready-made with oil in them, right? Got to use the olive oil. Now, let's say you're traveling and you don't want to take anything quite that trippy, right? So that being the case, you have the option number 2, which is over here, right? How do I get into them? Same thing, I think. I have to punch a hole. This one is a lot less messy, but how do I get into it again? Like this shouldn't be an intelligence test. I feel like the William Hart will try and break out the Dalek cell. Like, oh, quick, Chesterton, give me your comb. I think I meant, oh no, I shouldn't have done that, right? I'm doing it wrong. They wouldn't turn me into a Robo-Man. They wouldn't turn me into a Robo-Man. Oh, it's gonna be here soon. Oh man, I'm gonna be doing a lot of season 2 Blu-ray stuff. Because I'll be watching it. Fine. Oh, I mean, that didn't work out. So now you also have solid ones as well, like this solid wax ones that you were just ready to go. And it's just how much lazier can we get is my question. Although here's the thing, how many candles? This is why it's a nightmare being Jewish. Like, especially, man, this thing is not going to work very well. How many of these candelabras do you set up? So I'm of the opinion as many as humanly possible, right? We put them, we set them up everywhere. You're supposed to have one outside your house because you're supposed to publicize the big mitzvah of Hanukkah, which is why I talk about it a lot. So we had like one for me and my wife, and one for all my kids. Each of my kids had one. We had ones we made. We had like 4 or 5 of them going in our big bay window, every night. So so setting them all up was a nightmare. My daughter, however, she's found what she wanted. She's got the solid ones, but look, their color. So she's very excited. She's nearly 27, I think, and she's very excited. I will tell you more about Hanukkah too, but Hanukkah, again, it's this time when you're supposed to where the light is able to create a miracle. So I don't know if we're going to see a Hanukkah miracle this year. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's been a number of years we've seen one. And it's honestly, I would say January 6th was an ongoing Hanukkah miracle, just not a particularly good one, right? Not one that we were going yay about, right? Because a miracle is when things fall out of the natural order, and for every area of every check and balance to fail, right? It was quite breathtaking that they were able to be pulled off, right? But I would say that's a miracle happened around Hanukkah as well. Maybe we'll see one in the opposite. Who knows? Who knows what they're streaming? I'm hoping so. Fine. With that, I'm going to wrap up the broadcast. In the end,